going on? This is AR Shaw. I'm here with the one and only Kevin Hart, the star of The Wedding Ringer.
Yeah.
What's going on, man? Let's talk about this film, man.
Let's talk about it. Let's get into it. What you want to talk about? What you want to know?
Let's talk about the script. When you first read the script, what was your first impression of it?
First impression, the script was funny. The script's been around for some time though. You know, you're looking at a script that's been around for almost 10 years, just sitting. You know, it was shelved, it was getting made, it wasn't getting made. It had Vince Vaughn attached to it, then he wasn't. Then you had Vince Vaughn, Owen Wilson, then they weren't. Then it was shelved. So it's been around for quite some time. I'm a firm believer that everything happens when it's supposed to though, because after reading the script, me and Will Packer talked and I was like, dude, this movie could be special. I said, it's dope. He said, would you want to do it? I said, yeah, I'll do it. I said, but who's the other guy? And we started throwing names in the hat. Josh's name came up. I said I would love to talk to him. I met with Josh. We hit it off, and instantly, because of that chemistry that we had, I knew that he was the Doug. I said, yo, let's go with him. And we was like, yeah, I think we should. Went to the studio greenlit it. We were off and running from there. But Jeremy Gallert, the director and writer of the movie, I love the fact that he stayed true to his beliefs. You know, it's something that he wanted to direct, something that he wrote, and he never let it go in a different direction other than the way that he believed it should. So, you know, patience pays off, man. Like I said, 10 plus years, but we got to make a unbelievably funny, edgy comedy. And I feel like kicking off the new year with it is the right thing to do. It's gonna be a bang.
Definitely. Let's talk about the chemistry between you and Josh. Like, you know, how long did it take? Was it because it seems like you guys hit it off, and it's like magic almost. So how did it come about?
We sat down, man. We sat down when we met. We just talked.
Yeah.
We didn't talk about the script. We didn't talk about the business. We just had a conversation. It's very rare that you find people that can do that in the business. You know, everybody wants to talk about the business or what they can do or what you can do for them or how can we do. It's always business, business, business. But we sat and we talked about each other's family, you know, our kids, relationships, how long he's been out there in LA, where is he from, his upbringing, my upbringing, where I'm from. We got to know one another in a period of 2.5, 3 hours, but it was just talking. You can't do that. You can't force yourself to talk to somebody for that long. The conversation is good. If a person keeps your attention, they keep your attention. In that particular case, Josh had my attention, I had his, and that conversation is what propelled us into knowing that we had something special on paper and we could go and do this movie and knock it out the park.
Definitely. One of the big storylines in this film is about friendship. As men, we kind of shun away from friendship. We like, you know, yeah, that's my boy, but nah, we kind of have this distance. But you know, with this, is like, you know, it kind of shows that, you know, sometimes men, we kind of are like our own island, and we kind of need that, you know, that camaraderie sometimes.
Yeah. I mean, you know what? Look, nobody wants to be by themselves, and the person that acts like it's okay that they're by themselves probably cries at night by themselves. At the end of the day, you want companionship, you want friendship, and men, we go about it differently. But when we do have a friend, we hold on to that friend, and that's why I think men are so loyal. In this particular case, you're looking at two men who have felt like they don't need, you know. Doug, who's played by Josh Gad, feels like because of his life and the way he was brought up, friendship isn't necessary. And now that this friendship has kind of been thrown at him and that he's taken it, he realizes, oh my God, I wish I had that. I need this. Myself, the character I played, Jimmy is done for everybody else and not once thought about himself. And after thinking about himself and realizing, wait a minute, I'm the same guy as him. I don't have friends. I don't have anybody that I can call. That's what basically puts me in a position where I go, I think that this is a void that I need to fulfill as well. But the road of how these two characters get there is a windy road, but it's a funny road. And I think that's where all of the edgy, raw, uncut comedy happens, but it grounds it enough as well because it makes it believable. Seeing Josh and myself go through what we went through.
Definitely. So I want to get on you for a minute because it's like, man, have you slept for the past 60 days? I follow you on Instagram and I'm like, okay, this dude is, you didn't take a Christmas break. You did a comedy tour.
I went on tour on the 26th.
Okay.
So the day after Christmas I left, I started doing dates. So from the 26th through the 4th, I went and did non-stop. I did 2 shows a day, multiple cities, and some cities with 4 shows. I'm gearing up, man. You know, this tour I wanted to be big, so I'm about to go back out, do another run from like the 17th through the 31st, and then I go on my international tour for movies, for Wedding Ringer, you know, just doing international promo. But I don't have time off. I don't want to take time off. Right now, I got to make sure I'm putting blood, sweat, and tears, and to make sure that people are aware of this project, because I'm proud of it. I think it's my best representation of myself to date. You know, I've never been like this in a movie. I've never been able to just cut loose and be that version of myself from stand-up. This is it's a different type of funny. And more importantly, the emotional ride that it takes you on is a dope ride. For men, women, for anybody, all races. This is that multicultural project that can possibly take me into that international success, which is what I'm looking for. Yeah,
definitely. You talk about that and being a you know, having success with film and going back to stand-up. Why is it important for you to still stay grounded?
Do stand-up? I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for stand-up comedy. You know, you have to stay true to what got you to where you are. I think the minute that you turn your back on that and walk away is the minute that you're losing sight of reality. No matter how big I may get in that theatrical world, this is my fan base. These are the people that ride with me and support me. Those live performances mean the world. So I can't stop. I don't see myself stopping anytime soon.
Definitely. If you had a trio, a company of all-stars, who would join you, and tell me why?
Dave Chappelle. Just because Dave Chappelle is Dave Chappelle, man. He's a pioneer. Ridiculous writer, amazing storyteller. There's so much that he has that he brings to the table. I would go Pryor. Rock. I think that's an amazing show. That's a dream show. You know, the fact that I just wish that I would have gotten a chance to meet Pryor. I've never met Richard Pryor. That's one that I wish that I had, because I'm such a fan. Such a fan, man. But I mean, this list can go on and on. I could throw Martin into the mix. I could go for days. I'm a student of comedy. Seinfeld, George Carlin. You know, this is what I love. So any and everybody I watch, not to critique, but to enjoy, just because everybody has different styles, everybody has a different approach to making other people laugh. So when you enjoy the craft, you love to surround yourself with people who enjoy it as well.
Definitely. I want to talk about the differences in preparing for the stand-up and preparing for film.
Okay.
Like how do you approach each field?
Preparing for a movie is pretty much just making sure you're familiar with the material. You know, at the end of the day, it's about putting yourself in those situations. For me, I don't need to create personas. It's me saying, okay, how do I make this believable? It's easy to be funny. I don't care what voice, how do I make it believable? How do I ground my version of funny? So within any movie that I'm doing, it's reading it to look for the spots where I can ground it most. That's my preparation. And then on the day, yes, some funny stuff happens, some spontaneous moments. But for the most part, it's knowing way ahead of time what I'm gonna do, what I need to do. And stand-up, I love just telling jokes. I love writing, coming up with concepts. I love finding new premises. It's about sleep, see? I love finding new premises and taking a premise and taking it and molding it into a 5-minute joke, a 5-minute story, you know? Funny thoughts that become huge moments. That's what I get off on. That's my drug.
We'll get some tidbits about you, some stuff that people probably don't know. The one movie that you could watch 1,000 times and never get
old? Love Jones.
Tell me why.
Love Jones, because of Nia Long. Sheesh. I'm Gonna Get You Sucker. I can watch I'm Gonna Get You Sucker forever. And you got two choices. You want to take the stairs or the window. I can watch that. Just to watch when he got out of jail, he was walking in the fish shoes. I can watch that scene. They start teasing, "You got fish in your shoes." He think the first one is a compliment. So he's like, "Oh man, what's wrong with you, sucker? What year are you from, huh? What? Look at them shoes! Ah!" They start laughing. He gets doing that run. That fish get out and start flopping. I can watch I'm Gonna Get You Sucker for days. Let me think of another one. Harlem Nights.
Okay.
Harlem Nights, Coming to America. Dude, this list goes, it gets long after a while.
All right. One album that you can listen to 1,000 times and never get so much.
MC Hammer's I Can't Touch This album.
Wow.
What you mean? That was a classic album.
No, it's classic, but tell me why.
Because you can't touch this. That's why. That's why you can't. Boom, no, no, no. Yo. My music. Oh my God. What? And Pump It Up. Pump It Up was a dope album too. Hammer in general. Yeah. Yo, Hammer, I don't care what nobody says. I'm a Hammer fan.
Yeah, yeah.
Hammer is an entertainer, man. Yeah. Pump it up. Louder. Ha. Who was the dude in the background? The dude with the voice in the background. I want to meet him. That guy. What they talking about, Hammer? They say your music ain't hidden over there. Yo. Hammer said, what? So what you gonna do, Hammer? Oh, I'm gonna turn this mother out. Yo, what? Hammer, let me see. What's another album that I can listen to over and over again? Okay, got another one for you. Drake, Take Care.
Oh wow.
Drake Take Care album.
Okay.
More feelings in it. All feelings are in that album right there.
You get on Drake a lot. I see you get
on. That's my guy. That's my guy, man. Me and Drake are close, man.
Yeah,
that is my guy. I love Drake to death, man. He's a good dude.
Yeah.
Who else? What's another? Trey Songz Ready album. Okay. Is that the one where he's like, this right here is a penny drop? Which one is that one? Whoa, oh, 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 oh. Which one was that? I'm trying to think of my song. I'm gonna tell you right here. Listen to this. Take it up, take it up. No, I don't know the words to that one. I was trying to think of the words.
Let me ask you this. You remember you were with Trey when the girl's hair caught on fire?
Yeah, I was.
Well, let's talk about that. What happened with that situation? That was kind
Nobody knows this. Trey set that girl hair on fire. I'm gonna come out and say
it. So Trey did it.
Trey set that girl hair on fire. Don't nobody know that. I'm just gonna come out and say it. So for all this time, people have been thinking it was an accident. Trey did that.
So Trey did it. So you put it on Trey.
I'm putting it all on Trey. Trey set that girl hair on fire. This was years ago. It's time that the truth comes out. Okay.
Oh, wow.
To the girl's scalp. You need to know what happened to you. I think Trey did that to you. Because you were fine. I just looked back there at you, and then as soon as he turned around and say something to you, hey, you put the piece to the puzzle together, baby. I'm just saying if it fits, understand why.
Definitely. All right, so I'm going to get some relationship advice.
Okay.
Cuddle season is almost over.
Okay.
For some people. So what advice do you give to people who are trying to get out of cuddle season?
What advice? The best way to get out of a relationship is to always fake a fight. Fake a fight. Find something annoying with the person, man. Yeah, I'm sick of this. Look at you. What? What did I do? Everything. I can't do this no more. No. I need to be by myself. It's summertime. You ain't gonna stress me out. What I do? I can't talk about it because it's stressing me out talking about it. Don't ever give an answer. That way you can always come back. Yeah.
Wow.
I was tripping. When you come back in October, when you come back, I was tripping over the summer, man. I don't know what it was. I need to get right with me. Can we fix this? I was wondering what was wrong with you. Yeah, we can fix it. Then you go back to your relationship, and then when summer come back again, do the same thing. And that way she'll know he just be tripping around this time, girl. He'll be back. That's what you do. You build a pattern. Or you can do something crazy, like if you really, really want to get out, you just buy something stupid. Start dressing dumb. And then she'll leave you. Start wearing dumb shit, like half shirts. Ain't a woman gonna be with no man that wear half shirts.
Half shirts? Yeah,
my boy John wore a half shirt one time in Vegas. He just came downstairs. We was like, why you got your belly button out? He was like, why not? We ain't talked to him for the rest of the trip. He's by himself.
But reverse that though. How do you get a woman if you awkward? Like, you know, because Josh's character, he's kind of awkward in the film.
How do you get a woman if you're kind of awkward?
You're kind of awkward like Josh.
You got to find an awkward woman.
Okay.
If you ever look at awkward guys, they with awkward women. You ever see a couple that don't blink? That just stare? Yeah. That's how they met each other, sitting at the park. Hey, I noticed you were over here not blinking too. You like to just watch? Yeah, I watch all the time. You want to go watch some stuff? Yeah. That's how it happens. Weird people attract weird people.
Okay.
It's a fact.
So
100%.
You have to get someone that is as weird as you are.
That's all. That's all. Weird people have places that they go to find weird people. It's very true. This is a fact. This is a definite fact. 100%.
Okay. And for men who have the world, when you get the world, how do you stay committed? Like, what's the?
How do you stay committed? Man, you got to find a good woman, brother.
Yeah.
If you want to stay committed, you got to find you a good one. Find you a good one and stay true to it.
Yeah.
That's the toughest thing. But I think once you're at an age where you've done it and you've experienced it, then it's not hard at all. You know, I done did it, baby.
You did it.
Okay. All right. This little piece of chocolate been out here for a minute, man. It's time to go ahead and lock this thing up, man.
Yeah. Okay.
Call it quits, brother. I'm off these streets right now.
So hanging up the jersey.
Yeah, I'm hanging it up, man. Black book is out. I'm done. I'm done.
You done.
I'm done, brother. That's it. That's me. I'm done. If this was blackjack, I was a dealer, I'm out of here.
Yeah.
See that? Show both sides of my hands. I'm done with this world, baby.
Yeah.
Out.
Yeah. On a serious note, man, you also voiced some opinions on the Eric Garner and Mike Brown situation. You talk about that, man, because you did some stuff on Instagram talking about it and speaking
Look,
about it.
I mean, here's the best way to discuss this, man, and sum it up in a nutshell. You're living in a world where basically what you think will never happen is always a possibility of happening. Both situations are unfortunate. Both situations have drawn attention to matters that have needed attention drawn to for quite some time now. It's sad that these things had to happen for us to really go, oh wow, this is kind of wrong over here. But I'm hoping and praying that moving forward, you know, these situations will be situations that can be avoided. At the end of the day, everybody's life is precious, and I don't like to see the race battle at all. I don't like to see the black, white, and this isn't fair. I don't like to see those things. I love to see people love. I love to love. I love to be happy, and I'm hoping that the goal of just peace can eventually come through and exist. I'm hoping that we as a people can just be better. Yeah. And you notice I say we as a people, because I don't like to segregate, I don't like to point any fingers, man. And these are just situations that really make me sad, because you see us taking steps backwards instead of steps forward. And that's what's unfortunate. You know, and all situations in 2014 that we had to experience about young lives being lost over nothing. Yeah. You know, I'm hoping that in 2015 moving forward, these situations can be avoided, and you know, we can see us make up for those backward steps that we took in 2014.
My last question before I let you go, man, I want you to kind of, you know, just think about yourself career-wise and also family-wise. You know, everyone talk about comedians today, but we really only get the impact when it's about how the next generation sees you. Next generation, we see Richard Pryor as a genius. We see Eddie Murphy as a genius. For your kids' friends and their kids, how do you want them to see Kevin Hart?
Hey, I just want to be respected for the work that I've done. You know, at the end of the day, I think that's why you put your blood, sweat, and tears into anything. You want to be acknowledged for that. For whatever it is that you've accomplished, when it's all said and done, you want people to go, oh my God, he did this, he did that, he did that. That's what it's about. You know, it's about leaving a small trail for people to go, whew, let me walk up and just see what oh my God, that's right, he did. Oh my, yeah, remember he, yeah. And hopefully what that does is inspire somebody else to do the same, but go down a different path and go above and beyond whatever levels I got to. You know, you can never be better than Pryor or Murphy, just to name a few, but you can aspire to do what they did and do more. Yeah. It's not about being better. They showed you a blueprint, they showed you a road to go down. You can go down that road and you can just walk a little further, because our times are different now. So hopefully other people do the same.
Another family man.
There you go. Family man. Oh, nothing comes first besides that. That's it. Yeah. It's kids. All kids and nothing. Yeah. That's what I do it for. That's what I bust my ass for on a day-to-day basis. I want you guys to have what I didn't. Yeah. I want the name Hart to mean something when it's all said and done. Here's what I want to set up and leave for you guys, and I'm hoping and praying my kids take that, understand that, not take it for granted, but do something in a big and major way. You know, I mean, it's for them. That's my care. That's my love right there.
Yeah.
Nothing more.
Kevin Hart.
Thank you, man.
Thank you so much.
Always
man.
a pleasure, brother.
Always.